يلا grade 9. Today our lesson will be about energy. In the past, let's say 2 weeks, we have been talking about work. We're done with work. And we're not going to take any new ideas on work, anything more than what we already did. Now for today, we're going to start a new unit, which I have said before that you will do a personal project in this unit because it has so much that you can do hands-on, let's say projects, models, everything you can do hands-on with this unit. Now this other part of, so the first class I said to you that we're going to talk about work and energy. So we did already finish work. Today we are going to do energy. Now if I ask you, so when you hear the word energy, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Movement, طاقة, yes, غيره, protein bars, for example, صح? أو gym, power, yes. هلا in physics, the terms energy and power, they're different, but we'll get to know what is the difference between them. But yes, so anything that expresses movement, expresses motion, we call it energy. Now, I really do care, guys, that you know that energy is basically the ability to do work. So if you are able to do work, it means you do have energy. If you are not able to do work, then you don't have enough energy. So we will be defining energy as the ability
to do what?
Yes, to do work. Now, when I say that this object has enough energy to move, it means that it is able to exert a work to actually move. Now, unlike what you think that energy is just related to motion, it is also related to being a constant. كيف يعني؟ طيب هلا خليني ابدا اول شيء بالكلاسيفيكيشن للانرجي بعدين رح تفهموا علي what do I mean. So basically when I talk about energy is divided into two types: kinetic energy and potential. هلا when I say someone has potential, it means that he has what it takes, right? يعني when I say يا عمر, you have the potential to be a manager. So it means you have all of the skills that make you be a manager. طب what do I mean when I say potential energy? هلا, for example, if I take this chair and I put my my leg over the chair, تمام? هلا, I have two legs. One of my legs is over the chair, the other one is down, right? هلا, my leg has a height from the ground. صح يا صغير? It does have a height. Due to this height, I am actually storing energy right now. I'm not moving, right? Yes. But I do have energy which is stored in my leg due to the height from the ground. This is what we call gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy, it is basically the stored energy due to height. هلا, please keep in mind when I say the word potential, انت على طول بده يجي ببالك stored energy. So any potential energy is a stored energy. تمام؟ هلا, gravitational potential energy, it is the stored energy due to position. يعني if I go all the way up the chair, I will have a gravitational potential energy. طيب, what do I mean by chemical potential energy? Now, chemical potential energy is the energy stored in food and fuel. Again, it is the energy stored in food and fuel. So when you eat, you're basically storing what? Energy, so you can use it later, right? But for the last part of potential energy, which is the elastic. Do we know what a spring is?
No.
Spring اللي هو زنبرة. Yes, you know the spring. تمام? when you are compressing the spring, you're storing energy inside it. هلا when you release, the energy is released. This one, elastic. Yes, elastic potential energy. So when you're compressing the spring, you are storing energy inside. When you release, the energy is released. Okay? So على فكرة مش شرط بس springs. ممكن elastic bands مثلا هدول المطاط. Anything that is elastic, anything that is stretchable. Even the threads of your mask, these are expandable. You can expand them. So anything that is elastic, it can be stretched or compressed. You can store and release elastic potential energy in it. Okay? Now let us go to the kinetic energy. Now, when I say kinetic, exactly, can I have that? Yusuf? Thank you. Now this is what we've been talking about, it's the spring. So I am doing a force in order to stretch it. I am actually storing energy inside. And then when I release, the spring uses this energy to go back to its original position. So this is what we're talking about, the spring. Yes. Now when I say kinetic, just like Omar said before, it is the energy due to motion. So whenever something is moving, it has kinetic energy. Yeah, whenever I'm moving, I'm walking, I'm moving my hands, you're moving your head, you're moving any part of your body, you do have kinetic energy. But other than big objects like us, like cars, also we have thermal energy. It is a type of kinetic. And we have electrical energy. Thermal energy, when you heat something up, the particles inside the material, they start to vibrate, and you're giving them heat, you're giving them energy. So they start to move and vibrate. This is what we call thermal energy. Okay? Now electrical, I don't know if you've taken electricity before in 8th grade, but for electricity, it's basically the flow of charges, the flow of electrons in a conductor. So basically, electrical energy is just the energy from electrons moving in a conductor. Well, finally, it is what we have been talking about, moving objects. The basic kinetic energy. Are we going to study all of these in details and calculations? No. We're just going to study in detail, and we're just going to calculate kinetic energy for moving objects and gravitational potential energy. هدول إحنا you will actually do calculations. You will be able to calculate the kinetic energy and the potential energy for objects and systems. Now, this is, let's say, a general classification of energy. If I ask you for energy transformations, which is something you guys already studied before. Yeah, but let's take some examples. Energy transformation. According to the law of conservation of energy, energy is not destroyed. يعني ما في شيء اسمه والله خلص خلصت. No, it's not done. It's not consumed. It's always conserved. بس شو اللي بصير؟ إنه it changes the form. I'll give you an example, and then you have to give me more. So, food, playing. من إيش لإيش هاي؟
من chemical ل moving.
Excellent. This is chemical to kinetic. خلينا نسميها. Okay? Kinetic. طيب, from chemical to kinetic. طيب, يلا, another example. Okay, light. Lamp. Lamp. من electrical lamp. Light. Yes, excellent. So it goes from electrical to light. طيب, كمان heater. خلينا نقول electrical heater. Electrical heater, yes.
من electric لthermal.
من electrical, excellent. It goes from electrical to thermal. طيب, another type of heater, but it's a gas heater. شو رأيكم؟
from thermal.
لا.
لا.
الغاز ايش بيكون؟ قلنا food and
energy.
من chemical لthermal.
ايوه ليه؟ لانه حكينا يا قيس انه food and fuel they both have chemical energy. دائما خلي ببالك food and fuel. So this goes from chemical to thermal. طيب another example, let's say trampoline.
From moving.
What happens? High moving objects, it's not, we don't call the energy moving objects, we call it kinetic energy.
Okay.
تمام? Yes.
Elastic to
ايش هو?
elastic.
Yes, from elastic, excellent. From elastic potential energy to what? To kinetic. طيب, roller coaster, which is what we are going also to go around in detail. A roller coaster, it goes from gravitational potential, مش هي بتطلع وبتنزل بيكون لها different heights, صح؟ So from gravitational
To moving.
potential
Moving.
to kinetic. Yes, احنا اتفقنا ما في energy اسمها moving objects. هي kinetic energy بس عشان تميزوا انه I'm not talking about small particles, I'm talking about big objects. تمام؟ Is this clear? Yeah, write what's on the board so we can move on. طيب يلا. So هلا بدنا نكتب some energy transformations and you have to write what, يعني زي ما عملنا هون, you have to write from which energy to which energy. لا بدي اياكم على النوت بوكس تبعونا. يلا. Okay. So write. Very good line. Right. It's ongoing. Right. The energy transformation in each transformation. يلا يا عمر اكتب مس please. Transformation in each in each device and or situation.
كثير راح نكتب فاول
لا مو كثير. Or situation. طيب نبدأ ب the first situation. I want to go to the ما حدا يحكي to the alarm clock please. Then بدنا نعمل الباتري. Then we need to do ممكن نعمل iron, which is what we iron code with, not like iron in chemistry. Microphone, and that's it. Please do them on your do on your notebooks so I can check. Please consider that. Yusuf, sit down. Please consider that one type of energy may be transformed into more than one type. عادي. يعني مش شرط يكون 1 to 1. يعني ممكن يكون one type بيصير more than one type. Depends. يلا.
هذا الحلو لحاله.
Yes please. كل حدا يحله على النوت بوك تبعه and let me and I will check afterwards.